Amen.
A round of applause for yourselves. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe to all vendors here present, you've done marvelously well for the past couple of years. Going through all the troubles, I call them the, what my friend will say, the upheavals that we actually went through in the hands of COVID for 2 years. But we're able to strive, and of course, today we're success. Please, a round of applause for yourselves wherever you are. You have done marvelously well over time. Thank you. Please appreciate yourself. Put your hands together for yourselves. Yeah, these are the set of persons who practically do the work round the clock just to make sure events are successful. And of course, it is not an easy task for you to go through the night, write, do all sort of things, drive, have the thinking, more of the brain work while our clients are there, having much fun getting ready for the event. Come on, you really need to appreciate yourself. Please put your hands together for yourself. Thank you. Thank you. You have anything to say? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly to kick the event proper, we want an official statement from the president herself, and of course to officially tell us welcome and to tell us the reason for this event. A round of applause for Barrister Osai Georgia Osifo, the CEO Georgia Events. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so my name is Osai Georgia Osifo, acting president of EVA. I would first of all like to thank and appreciate each and every one of you who has taken out time to attend this conference. Okay, so we've gone through a lot of hurdles and challenges trying to pull this conference off. At a point, it seemed like it was not going to happen, but here we are today. All glory to God and to the amazing team and individuals who worked tirelessly. It will not be complete if I don't list or call out a few names. This list I'm going to call is not exhaustive. So if I do not call your name, please do not feel offended that I neglected you or I did not call your name. So I will start out with the person of Jillian. That woman deserves, she's gone above and beyond. And oh my God, I don't know if we would have been able to pull this conference without her support. The second person I would like to mention is Mommy J's Kitchen, Theodora Ewowa. Thank you so much, Ma. I would also like to appreciate Kayode, Summary, Drinks 24. Thank you so much. These people, I was literally on the phone with them 24/7 to make sure that we are here today. And I really, really want to say thank you. To our supporters and our sponsors, Edo GIS, we appreciate you. Aesthetics Concepts, we appreciate you. We say thank you very much. Mommy Ruru, IK Signatures, Rainview, 70s Grill, Adama, Admas Drinks. Oh my goodness. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. And please, if I do not mention your name, please do not feel offended. I'm just talking off the book. I'm not reading anything. Thank you, and I welcome you all to this conference. Do have an amazing time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just walked into the hall as the MD CEO EPP Multimedia. Please a round of applause for him here present. Thank you. Thank you. The names are endless, and how many can we recognize? But all the same, you're highly respected. There's a table in front of you. Come on, you're part of this event, and you're highly, in fact, trust me, I doff my cap for you. Trust, that's the word. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quickly we're heading straight to the program proper. And if you're with a copy of the program, we're heading to the item. Sorry, we're not going with the time because we've skipped that already. And now we're heading to the very first speaker here. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a special woman for excellence, and of course, a great caterer, a woman of high respect. Please, a round of applause for our first speaker, Mrs. Jane Idehe Ozigbo, a MDC.
A round of applause for her, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Okay. My name, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Dame Joy Ozigbo. By the grace of God, CEO. 70 Square. For giving me this honor and privilege to talk to my fellow vendors. I really appreciate it, and I say you're doing a beautiful job. Thank you very much. Without wasting much of your time, I'm going to go into the topic for today. We know that the topic for the conference is white sky. And I have deduced my topic from that as attaining white sky. I thought it was going to be projected. Okay, thank you very much. So in introduction, before we go deep into the theme, white sky, I believe we need to understand what it means, literally. From the Oxford Learner's Dictionary, it defines wide as measuring a large distance from one side to another. It also defines sky as the space above the earth that you can see when you look up. In other words, white sky, I will define as the pinnacle of imaginable possibilities that seems far, but very achievable. Attaining white skies to us in the entertainment industry will mean the distance from the start to the end as you have imagined it. We must all have set goals and how we intend to achieve them as entrepreneurs. The moment you feel you have achieved your desired goal, it puts you on the realm of white sky. In pinnacle of imaginations, which your set goals are turning into realities because you have achieved them. In our society today, you must all agree with me, that the end result of anything that happens to a person is entertainment. For example, unfortunately, the biggest parties is when someone dies. So from birthdays, weddings, appointments, various ceremonies, in good and bad times, entertainment is always needed in one form or the other. The sky is indeed wide, but there are certain things we need to do to create a niche for ourselves in this entertainment industry. Hence, I'll say, achieving or attaining wise, the following steps are needed. 1, you have to identify your talent. Talents that come to you naturally, talents that you learn. There are people in businesses today that are struggling because they may not even be in the right business. For those that are struggling here, have you searched your heart that you are indeed in the right line of business? Is to have absolute belief in yourself, in your ability to overcome every storm in your business line. Never doubt yourself. Always have that confidence in your ability to surmount all challenges, because trust me, they will come. You must have a deep passion for what line of business you have chosen, because it is that passion that will eventually bring the money and fill up your bank accounts. Extreme hard work and determination to succeed. This can be overemphasized. When you work as a business person, you actually work twice when you own the business. You work harder when you are working for yourself. And if you are not in that, if you're not in that frame of mind, then you're not working to attain wise careers. You have to research and study. Look for things that will make your business stand out. Because the industry we are in is very competitive. So you must continue to push yourself, to learn new things, to study. Then you must set standards for your business, for your brand. Protect your name. It's your brand. Protect your image and your brand, no matter what it costs. Negative publicity can do much more damage and harm. So you must have set standards for yourself and your brand. We will go into this a bit deeper when I start highlighting what you actually need to do to attain wise styles. Then you must also be in absolute control of your business in all aspects, including when it comes to pricing. Never allow your client, event planners, third party, dictate to you when it comes to matters affecting pricing. Those were just the steps. Now we're going to go into methods where I will now expatiate a bit. I hope we are all. Methods and specifications to follow in attaining white skies. Number one, hard work. Again, this can't be overemphasized. Your determination to succeed is based on your level of hard work. Pari passu. Without hard work, you can't succeed. It's simple. You know, there's a saying in Nigeria, the Nigerian proverb, it says, no food for lazy man. For your business to grow, you have to be the hardest worker in that company. The result of hard work of your business. There should be a constant update of what your business needs. Understand of your business. From time to time. It is very, very important. You know, we are in this industry where things. So if you from far behind and have too much to catch up on, you must compare prior to present. And then your status at all times. So for example, I want to ask, how many of you have set goals to achieve in your business? For example, New Year, what goals do you set yourself to achieve in that year? I'm sure some of you don't think about it, but it is those goals that push you. It's those goals that will encourage you because you have something that you are striving to achieve. It is very important. These goals propel you from walking. You don't have anything you have set out to achieve. You are just, it's like you are walking aimlessly. You are just walking. You don't know why. In the morning, you go to the office, you walk, you come back. Or even striving at, all you do is, oh, the money is in the bank. That's not enough. You must have set goals that will determine how far you are willing to go and push yourself to succeed. In these set goals that we're talking about, it is advisable that if you have never done it, sit down. There's no time as good as now. There's a proverb in my place in Benin, and I'll speak it in Benin first before I interpret. It says, Egenaya Hyore. Oh, yeah. It means every day, the day you realize yourself, that is your morning. So you pick up yourself from there and continue. And, you know, you ask yourself, always ask yourself questions. Am I doing it right? Is there something that I'm doing that is wrong? What have I achieved in these 6 months of the year, in this 1 quarter? What have I achieved? What do I intend to achieve? It will help you. It will help propel you into that realm that you seek to achieve. Then the third point I'm going to talk about, and this is very important for all of us, is your personal attitude. The way you react, you respond to people, your clients, the way you speak to them, the way you interact with your fellow vendors, it matters. Humility is key. When you're humble, you never get easily upset. When you're humble, you take negative criticisms as a guide to improving your brand. You know, there are some people that when they finish doing a particular business, maybe the client or a fellow vendor can say, I noticed something that was not right. I really wanted to bring it to your attention. Then you see the different characters of people. The humble ones, we say, oh, thank you so much. I will try and make sure it doesn't happen again. Or they will say, oh, thank you, I would look into it. Then you have the hard at hearing. They don't want to hear anything of criticism. They will say, no, it's not correct. No, who else saw it? They will argue with you. You know, someone that criticizes you is helping you better yourself. It's your friend that will tell you that your mouth. Your friend don't tell you your mouth is smelling and you walk outside and you talk about other people. Criticism is a good thing for all of us here. Another thing in personal attitude, remember, humility is not cowardice. When you are humble, you gain more, you grow more. Your clients will respect you. People will talk good about your brand. But you know, when you're too big, it becomes a problem for you and your brand. So he who humbles himself, the Bible tells us, shall be exalted. Your attitude towards your clients and your vendors, it's very important. Never feel too big to be corrected, as I said. Never have the I have arrived attitude. The way you purport yourself matters a lot. The way you carry yourself matters a lot. It tells of you and your brand. Without flogging that too much because of time, I will move to the next point that I need to discuss with you. And this is another important one. You have to learn to follow the trend. Pay attention to what's new around you. Expose yourself to social media platforms. Embrace it. It's the biggest marketing tool we have now. Make constant research on your line of business. Never feel ashamed to ask when you feel you need to. And for us vendors, never ever be selfish with the talents you have been given. If you can help someone with advice, do that. It will only make all of us be better. You know, there are some people you ask, oh, can you, I need to buy this thing. I saw you with it. Would you mind if you give me the contact? Some people won't call you back. Some will tell you, okay, I'll give it to you. But they will never. It's not that they don't have it, but they don't want it. They don't want to. Let us shy away from that. We must constantly try to upgrade ourselves, upgrade our skills, learn. Like, I'll give you examples. I sit down hours on end with YouTube. I watch people's cookery stories, books. I just sit down and watch. Why? I may not repeat what they're doing, but I may just pick one thing that may make me my own different. That's what we should do. In our spare times, try, research into your business. What can make you stand out? Because it's that standing out that propels you into that realm of wise sky. You know, when you don't do research, when you don't upgrade yourself, you know what happens? You become dormant. When you pass through places where you have new buildings, they're so beautiful. Then compare it to buildings that has been erected 5, 10 years ago. Those ones now look very old. That's how we will be in our businesses if we don't continue to upgrade, to research. You will remain dormant. I call those dormant bank accounts. And also remember, we must reach out if we need help. Nobody has monopoly of knowledge. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be shy. It's better you ask and they don't, and they say no, or they stylishly or make excuse not telling you what you've asked for. Is better than you say, I don't want to ask. Before, if I ask, they won't answer me. Ask. It's always better. It will help you when you find time to upgrade yourself. Then the next one I want to talk about, the next point, is advertisement. Advertising. Without advertisement, your business can't grow. Without advertisement, I will say it again, your business remains stagnant. It won't grow. So you have to learn how to promote your business. You have to learn how to sell your business, advertise your business. This is very important because it's the one way that can lead to increase your customer base. I will give you a personal example. For years, people used to talk to me about social media. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't care because I just felt that I was busy. Yeah, if I now do this social media, how will it now be? And then a client called me from America and said to me, say, 70s green, I have this client that I want to use. I want them to use you. He said, but I have a problem. And I said, what's the problem? He said, I don't have any picture to show them. I don't have anything of your work. How am I going to sell you now? That was how I opened Instagram page. And the rest is history. Why I'm saying it is because I was one of the people that did not embrace social media early because I was still doing ancient and modern. But now, that is the key to propelling yourself, to promoting yourself. It's the whole world. It's not just Benin or, So I don't even want to overflog that. That's something that if you have not done before, try and start it. It will help you. Embrace the positiveness of social media. Why I use that word, the positiveness, sometimes you get in there and you get lost. In many cases, for example, you can go into a platform to upload your pictures of your business and all that. It's very important for you. It's advisable we try to take pictures of our work, making sure they're of good quality though, and visual presentation as in videos and still pictures. If you don't have a good phone or recording device, you can always seek help from the professionals. Most of the time, when you know your fellow, when you speak to your fellow vendor and you introduce yourself as a fellow vendor to any of these professional media people, I'm sure they will be able to help you. Like I always said, don't be shy, ask. Remember, no man is an island. Then the sixth thing I want to discuss with you is staffing. Without your staff, you have no business. And your staff represents you. Therefore, you must do the following. You must do regular training and seminars by outsiders or by yourself. You must train your staff. They must follow the trend. They do things that are not right. Say, oh, the naughty attitudes is corrupting the rest. Always make sure when they do something that is wrong, correct them, admonish them by telling them what is right. When they do things that are exceptional, praise them, tip them, encourage them to do more. Follow your laid down rules in your office and always immediately correct error. If you notice something is not right somewhere, immediately correct it. Don't even keep it for tomorrow because you may forget. Recommended standards as regard health and safety or your various brands, what standards you have. Make sure that you're fully compliant and your staff have excellent communication skills. Very important. Have polite conversations with your clients and your staff. Teach your staff how to be polite. Teach them how to have good conversations with staff. I tell you, for us in the catering industry that I am part of, it's hard, but it is a constant struggle to teach your staff respect. Some of these people that we employ, you don't get to know them. You don't know their background, the way they were brought up. Some don't even know how to talk. We have to keep teaching them. It's very important because when they go out to meet others, you have events and your staff are wearing your name brand. They are carrying your brand. They are the picture that people will see. And someone calls one of your staff and say, because the way the person will even respond matters a lot. Some you will say, come, I'm just coming. We've not eaten here. He's saying there's no food. He doesn't even know who he's talking to. You understand? He doesn't, sometimes I get so upset with my staff when they misbehave. Sometimes I say to them, come, were you there when I got this job? Do you know how I got this job? I said, I will not have you talk to my clients in a manner that I can't. So we must constantly teach them because some of these people were not brought up properly. Let's face fact. And they go out to represent you and your brand. They're driving this, right? Then pricing is another very important aspect. When you're called up for a job, what are the things you do before you give out price? Before you tell your clients, okay, I will accept this for this job, what are the things you do? What is it that you will they will call you, and you know when they call you most of the time, they bully you to give them price immediately. Never do that. When a client calls you and they ask you, oh, how much will you charge for blah, 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 blah? You will tell the client, if you give me some minutes, let me check. I'll call you back. Gather your thoughts. Don't be too anxious to say, this is the price. There are things that we have to look at when it comes to pricing. Number one, always know the cost of your raw materials. The cost of transportation, cost of production. And then your profit. You have to add all that together before you give your client the price or the cost for the job. Like I said to you, never ever be bullied into giving price. If you're bullied into giving price, 9 out of 10 times you will give the price that at the end won't even break even. Don't be bullied by the clients. They will tell you, oh, we are calling another people. In fact, we have called 3 other people and you are the 4th one. So we just want to hear from you what it will take. You know, people have given us price. Don't worry about that. Your job is your job. Don't be bullied into giving prices. They all do that. Nowadays, what I try to do, when they tell me, oh, we've called, oh, my friend, my sister is not here. What's her name? Wedding and things. They say, oh, we've called wedding, so she's giving us price. I say, okay, don't worry, I'll call you back. And I pick the phone and I call wedding center. I say, sis, so person just called me. Please, what price do you give them? Because I want to match it. And then we stick to that price, and that's it. If you're giving us the job, you give us the job. Never ever underestimate yourself by pricing yourself cheap. The job that is yours, God has given it to you. No one will take it from you. Have that absolute belief in yourself. Always stick to your terms, no matter what. Know what you're worth. This will help build your confidence and trust in yourself and in your ability to deliver. As I said, always make sure you exhibit your communication skills and your power of persuasion, communication. It will help you when you're doing costing. It's your bargaining power that you rely on to push the price up. So if you don't have it, learn it. It's very, very useful because your clients have it. And then, above all that I have said, for me, the most important thing that will help propel you to the realms of wide sky is God Almighty. If you put him first, trust me, he would guide you. He has done that for me, and I will also sell him to you. My motto for life is Philippians 4:13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. God Almighty is the most important method and specification for attaining wise skies. In conclusion, I want to give an advice. Never use unpaid family workers for your business. I repeat, never use unpaid family workers for your business. A worker is worth his wages. Even if you are going to use your children, give them something. You say, for you doing this job for me today, don't worry, take this one. When you expect your family members to do jobs for you that you are supposed to pay people to do, they too are human beings. When you turn your back, they too turn their back. Why? Say, I beg, you go pay me. If you can, pay them their wages. It's very important. And so in conclusion, anyone that wants to attain wide skies, the realms of possible possibilities, we must, one, I'm just rounding off what I've said, be hardworking. Two, you must be humility personified. You have to be dedicated to what you do. You have to be a good listener. You have to have excellent communication skills. You have to pay attention to all details. Sharpen your persuasive skills and be a good accountant. In summary, to attain wide sky, you must be an all-rounder in your business, in the business world. You must live it, experience it, and learn on the job. Whenever you go or wherever you go for an event, always look at that event as an opportunity to sell and market yourself. There's no opportunity as good as when you go for an event. Because if you live good, if you live something good, people will look for you. So look at your events as a showcase to promote yourself. Leave positive trademarks that will require people seeking to do business with you. All these things I have said and outlined will give you the skies, which will not be your limit, but your beginning and your breakthrough point. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for Jane Ozigbo Ide Joy. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Leave a positive trademark for you to be recalled and get better jobs. That was on a nice note. Ladies and gentlemen, White Sky, and of course, if you're just joining us, it is the EVA Conference 2022, powered by the Edu Event Vendors Association. Please a round of applause for them one more time. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. Thank you. And of course, a brief summary of what she just told us was it's a entertainment plays a key role in whatever we do. And of course, it's identifying your talent for those that are just coming in. And of course, absolute belief in yourself. Having deep passion for what you do. Extending, research and study, and absolutely in control of your business. The last one that actually got my attention was the attitude and of course advertising. When they say advertising, you should know what she's talking about. Yeah, it comes with the social media, the terrestrial broadcast, and of course the print media. So avail yourself this opportunity, and of course try as much as possible to see how you can grow your business. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for her one more time. Thank you very much. Thank you. And according to our program here, the next speaker, we're going to be having a friend, a distinguished personality, and of course, an award winner, a man I have grown to know before now. And thank God for technology. He's not here in person, but he's going to be talking to us via Zoom. And so, if for those of you that does not know him, or you're getting to know him for the first time, or you've heard about him, it's my friend. I call him the Doctor, Dr. Eddie Lawani. Please a round of applause for him. And a brief talk about him. Of course, he's an Edo State born master creative personnel. Okay, thank you. As I said before, I want to do born master creative person, and of course, it's an all-rounder when it comes to entertainment. I believe he has done more than 30, 35 years in the industry. And of course, he's a one-time reporter on the Punch newspaper, a young broadcaster, journalist at the Voice of Nigeria. He does everything when it comes to events. And he was one time one of the organizers of these reality shows, the Niger Sings, and of course the Nigerian Idol. He's a great personality. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Eddie Lawani. Yes. Before we get through him on the Zoom network, so we can have the positive talk. Of course, he's going to be talking on budgeting in events. We just got the information that our top speaker arrived here, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Coach BC Sotunde. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, she's going to be talking on the endless possibility of creativity in the event industry. Thank you very much. In fact, you are a lifesaver. So we wouldn't have our speakers speak behind the AC, just like the first one did. But it's most special because at least, in fact, I expected more from her. And of course, she has always been a mother. Before now, we've had opportunity of having discussions. I'm talking about Jane Ozigbo, Ide, and Joy. We've had events where we, talk. And of course, she basically talks like a mother, a friend, and of course, somebody who's grounded as far as the industry is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please put your hands together for her. Thank you. Please put your hands together. Thank you. Thank you. And now, while are we good to go? Okay, we'll just keep the speaker number 2, which is Eddie Lawani. We have a proper network to connect to him. And quickly we bring on the speaker number 3, Coach BC Sotunde. Please a round of applause for this beautiful woman. Thank you. And she's working on the endless possibility of creativity in the event industry. Thank you. for Coach BC Sotundeidi. She's speaking on the endless possibility of creativity in the event industry. A round of applause for her, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here this afternoon. I'm home because my mom is from Edo State, so I'm your sister. So thank you very much for the honor. I really appreciate the invitation, and shout out to the committee members that have been taking good care of me last night. It's been an amazing hospitality. Please, let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. So this afternoon, we're going to be looking at endless possibilities of creativity in the event industry. The topic is really wide, but we'll start first with wide sky. I like that I was able to meet up a little with what the first speaker talked about, and I was just looking wide sky. As I was putting up my status now, I just wrote there that the sky is big enough for everyone. You are all, I know not everybody, I know the conference is open to both members and non-members of the EVA, that's the association, but you need to know that the sky is wide for everyone, whether we have 10 event planners in the association or you have 50 caterers in the association. The key thing you must know, and that is what the conference is telling us today, is that the sky is big for everyone. What you need to do is carve your niche, know what you are good at. And there are 2 case studies in my slide that I'm going to share. And the bottom line of that particular case study is basically having your niche and knowing what works for you. So we can all be seated here as 10 event planners, but what stands you out from the next person? What is so unique? I was speaking with Nosa this morning, Nosa, the Delphinium event, and she was just telling me that one vendor that had worked with, in Lagos, mentioned to her that the way you do things in terms of planning events is just the way Busy Bee, that he worked with me and he could see some of the traits, in terms of executing event, because of course Nosa trained at Busy Bee Academy in Lagos. But what am I trying to say is that let people see something significant about, let them say, no, this touch. There's something unique about your services. And that is what we're going to be looking at today. This is a brief bio about myself. I wear many hats. So of course, I am the MD of the BCB Group. BCB Group has a couple of businesses under the brand. So I'm first a professional event planner, and I've been doing business for over 12 years now under BCB Events. I also have BCB Academy where I train, and we have trained over 1,300 event professionals in the industry, both event planning, event decoration, business development workshops, and all that. I am also a coach. I'm a certified business coach and mentor. And that is why in front of my name, you could see Coach BC, because I'm a certified business coach. And I also have a consulting firm called the BC Shotunde Consulting. I'm a graduate of chemical engineering. So I didn't practice it. Engineering turned event planner, turned business coach. So I wear a couple of hats. Next slide. So that's just a little recap about me. But this afternoon, my slide is not so much, and I'll try to be interactive and also ask questions. I'm a facilitator, so you expect that maybe I may walk to your table and ask questions. So when we hear the word creativity, forget the extra things that are around it. So the topic is endless possibilities in terms of what are the options that we have in the event industry. So what I just did was I just streamlined my slides to the word creativity so that it's easy for us to digest, and then we can relate to our various niche or various sectors that we have. So I would can we get an extra mic? Is it possible to get extra? Just pass it around. When you hear the word creativity in your own words, and if there's a way you can apply it to what you do presently, just share with us. So let me start with this table. Anyone your spirit leads, just give them the mic. So just introduce yourself and then let us know in your own understanding when you hear the word, oh, creativity, oh, he's so creative, oh, the guy is just good. using the word creativity? What's your own understanding?
Good afternoon. My name is Chioma, also known as Eloshi Bridals. Okay, from what I understand by the word creativity, it's something you can do. Like, I really don't know how to put it. Something you can really do on your own. Something you can create. Think of something and you can really do this thing. I can do it. I have done it. It's something you can really do on your own is what I feel is creativity. Thank you
very much. So let's give it to people on that table, the next table there. Maybe a guy this time around. Introduce yourself and just share with us what you know about creativity. Some people say, don't bring the mic here. Don't bring the mic here.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Nkechi Ekato, CEO of Come and Eat Catering Services.
Okay.
For me, creativity is bringing out your own ideas, thinking out of the box, on the spot. And that's practically it, basically. Your own ideas, bringing out to the table.
Thank you very much. So from this first slide here, it starts first with your mind. What do you fill your mind with? You are in the event industry. We have, statistics has not exactly shown us how many event professionals we have in Nigeria, because now we have event vendors. The people in the East, they have this, what's the name of this association now? UPANS, yes, UPANS, because I know they also sent me a message recently for their conference. UPANS, we have the APWEM, which of course supposed to cover the Nigeria. In Abuja, they have Event Planners Association. In the North, they have, so there's so many event associations and groups and people in Nigeria, but we can't say we are up to 10,000. But the fact is that because we are event professionals, what happened to the slide? You need to, first of all, think in your mind that, number one, this industry, we have a lot of people. Yes, they say, the industry is saturated. But do you know that every day, people are bringing out services, people are creating them. Tega, the lady attached with me as my protocol officer, when we got talking and I asked about her business, said, she's hot bundle. And I checked her Instagram page and I could see a lot of beautiful works that she has done. Now, in Lagos, we do a lot of surprise parties. We do a lot of money bouquet, but there was something creative in her page. There was something, the money bouquet, and the way she did it, it looked like a flower. It looks like the normal bridal bouquet. Now, that is where creativity comes in, where you now begin to tweak. Okay, this is what is existing in the industry right now. How can I tweak my service? Like for caterers, I don't know who started the hot plates for Chinese, whatever, but all of a sudden, somebody somewhere started it and it's already trending. What am I trying to say is that when you are looking at creativity, you don't even need to be the original or originator of that idea. But once you tweak it, you package it, you revamp it, you reinvent it, you do it in a way that when people see it, it will be appealing to your site. And that it is, and we Nigerians, we like new things. It's what is the trend that we will go for. So the first charge to you this afternoon is that in your individual services that you offer, whether you are a caterer, whether you are a decorator or a planner, sit down and say, what can I tweak in my services? Maybe it is the way the ushers dress. Maybe it is the way the CEO attends to clients. Maybe it is the way your decorations in your stage, when they come into the hall, they will know that, okay, there's something different about this person's services. But you must be creative. You must be, next slide, you must think outside the box. You must find a way to stand out. Because if you are bidding for a job today now, and they say 10 event planners or 10 caterers to send in their quotation, there's something about your own service that the client will pick you for. It is either, sometimes it's price, sometimes it is interpersonal, maybe the way you're even talking, maybe when they call you for presentation, the way you talk. Sometimes it is one thing extra you added into the service. Like in Lagos, I don't know if they do it here, but we attach bride's PA and groom's PA to our couple. So like for us in Busy Bee, we have a young lady, pretty smart, attached to the bride. We call her bride's PA or bridal assistant. And so in the morning of the event, 6 a.m., in fact, before that day, she would have started relating with the bride. So it's like, instead of the event planner to be so immersed, trying to catch up with the bride and the vendors and all that, she just attaches that person. The person gets to the hotel in the morning, pampers the bride, helps her to wear her shoe, feeds her, does all those little things just to make that bride happy and attentive. You understand? We will serve and worship her. And at the end of the day, the bride will give a very good review. Oh, the PA was so fantastic, because everybody wants to be treated as a queen. Same also applies for the guy. So first of all, creativity is defined as a tendency to generate. So like somebody mentioned, you can actually create an idea. That is one. Or you recognize ideas. So you can say, so like in this hall now, you can say that, what can you tweak? Maybe if you want to build your own event center, what else can I do to make my own hall better than this hall that we are in right now? That is where creativity comes in. So meaning that there is already an existing project, but you are now tweaking your own. And I want to challenge us as we are sitting here, because I'm going to call 1 or 2 people to come and share with us about their business, to start thinking what you can tweak in your business. You understand? So it says that recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems. That means that number one is that whatever you are tweaking, it must solve a problem. So like the bridal assistants I talked about now, rather than just bringing an usher for an event, I'm attaching a bridal assistant to the bride to help solve a problem. What is the problem? The bride must not get to the church late. The bride must be able to take pictures before she goes to the church. The bride must smile. The bride must eat. The bride must not forget her slippers or her purse or something in the hall, in the hotel before checking out. It is solving a problem. So when you are thinking of creativity, you must know that you are tweaking an idea, or you are repackaging something in order to solve a problem. If you are not solving a problem, then it is just a general idea that every other person is doing. And so in the Edo State event industry here in Benin City, I was asking, I said, okay, how many people? And they said in their society, you're over 100 or 200. But the thing is, what stands me out from the next event professional? Now, you must also know that don't give room for envy or beef or competition or rivalry. Yes, it happens a lot. But you must begin to think, and just that's why the theme says white sky, meaning that the sky is big enough for everyone. But you will not say, in my own business, what can I do to package my business well? What can I? The first speaker threw a lot of pointers. She's talked about she talked about training. She talked about leveraging on social media, because those are things that would help boost your brand. Those are things that will help people to see your business. But when people now see your business and they want to do business with you, will they be happy doing business with you? How do you treat those clients that send you DM or see your WhatsApp status? How do you treat, even on the job, when there's so much pressure, how do you manage those clients? So that's where your creativity comes in. It also says that creativity is the ability, okay, this is another definition, ability to create something new, to think of something new, something unique, or something different twist. Next slide. Meaning that this is what has been involved in the industry, but we are tweaking it. We are deciding to add an extra to it. So like in my business, Busy Bee Academy, I've been training for over 11 years now. Initially, we didn't have a lot of training, but when I trained with the late Bidu Odalo Elizabeth R event, and there was no training school, so to speak, because I had to intern, we had to work with her before I learned the rope of the business. But when I started doing training, I was training on event plan. I started with event planning alone. And what did I do better? What did I add to my training school? I now added mentorship. So I say, when you train with us, I think then we're doing 6 weeks, we now attach you to a mentor for 2 months or 3 months. We also take you to real life events. We call it on-site experience or on-site practical. So when you pay for your training, you come to class, you learn about the training, and then you learn to become a certified event planner. Then after the training, you go and you are attached to a mentor, you go with the mentor for event, the mentor puts you through and hold you, and you also go for real life event. Now, training was existing, but what did I do differently? I added extra things. So more like innovation, more like reinventing, more like repackaging, more like restructuring, more like saying, okay, I need to stand out. So for us, even if we don't market our training, the training always sells because people are talking about the trainings. There's good testimonial. People get value, and the price was also okay. So you must go back to the drawing board of your training, of your business. You must analyze your. I'm looking at them. I saw some people do event planning, decor, catering. So you must analyze your services one by one. It's not just to put everything together, but analyze, okay, my event decor services, what do I do differently? What do I tweak in? If I do my tablecloth, do I just lay it? Is it neat? Is it my floral arrangement? How do I arrange my florals? My stage design, lighting, positioning, like. So you analyze your services one after the other. Make sure that number one, it is meeting a need. So it's not just for you to also tweak your business or be creative, but it must meet. Now, why is creative? First thing first, it allows us to view and solve more openly and with innovation. When the COVID came, quite a number of people were destabilized. Quite a number of people, and what helped business, Busy Bee events back then was at that point, it was now Zoom parties they were doing because there was no physical event, there was no physical training. And what did we do? We had to adjust immediately. I had to make sure that myself and my team, we started learning how to use Zoom. So we did a flyer. A virtual Busy Bee event now handles Zoom parties, virtual events. So what we do is we in the comfort of your home, everybody logs in on Zoom. We get you an MC that will be entertaining you on Zoom, and then we make arrangement with the caterer that will now deliver box of food. They call it Owambe box. So you have the food, rice, cake, snacks, drinks delivered to the guests in the comfort of their home. And that was what helped us all through, I think, 6 months or how many months of the COVID. I was able to pay salaries and all that. So you must be open-minded. You must be willing to adapt. That's another thing that a lot of event professionals, and that was where COVID exposed us. A lot of people could not adapt. You understand? So right now, COVID has taught us that you must be open-minded, and that's where the creativity comes in. You must be open-minded. You must be ready to adapt. Then be open to learning new skills. I know during that COVID, a lot of people had to go and learn on balloons because that was where balloon, in fact, this surprise party people really trended well because they couldn't do big parties, they would do surprise, deliver cake, the money bouquet, the balloons, and all those things. So you must be willing to learn a new skill. So for event planners here, if it is only event planning you're doing, start thinking of what else to add to your business, because again, the industry is getting fuller. You have more people coming up as event planners, you have more people coming up as decorations. So you must add something to what you're doing. And that is where the theme, the wide sky, because now it gives room for you to do quite a lot of things. Yes, we're talking about, it still goes back to having a niche. Let people know what you're good at, you understand, and do it well. So if you want to even learn a new skill, make sure that what you are doing already, you are doing it well. Like when I started my business, I started first with planning. If I started with ushering, as far back as 2009, I started ushering because I used to be an usher. So I started to be an usher before I graduated, to start planning events, and then started supplying ushers before I started planning weddings, from weddings to children's party to corporate events. And then when I became a master in planning events, I started to train. And after training now, I now became a certified business coach. So I have my community, I have people that I lead, and that has helped me in the space. But I've tried to stay relevant in the last 12 years. I'm going to share a few of my own background story as well with regards to how I have also evolved. So you are not seeing me here to just say, oh, BCI, I knew her back then. But I have evolved from just providing ushers to planning events, to planning corporate events, to training people, to coaching people, to mentoring people, to becoming a mentor and an influencer in the industry. You understand? But it took a while. I didn't just sit there and say, oh, I'm an event planner, and that's all. I also upgraded myself. I also went for training. I also did some certifications. I also networked, I also got colleagues to, related with colleagues. So again, it goes back to the theme, the wide sky. As much as the sky is big enough for everyone, you must network. I don't know if everybody you're sitting with on your table, you know every one of them, but you must network. I was speaking with Tega again. We were able to talk a lot this morning while I was getting ready to come. And she was sharing how she's gotten jobs even from colleagues, and how she has leveraged on attending conferences like this. So when they say, oh, look to the left, look to the right, introduce yourself to the next person, please don't just stay on your own and say, I beg, I just want day on make a day my day. Yes, there'll be times when you need to day your day because this industry said you choke. But you just need to interact, network, let people know what you do, and you to try to know what people do. You understand? And that way, it helps us get better. Creativity opens the mind. I've already talked about that. A business that has lost touch with its creative side is closed-minded. And this, I would say, especially for decorators. So you see, we all go on Instagram, we just copy and paste and want to recreate for your client. Tweak it. Tweak it. Don't just 100% copy and paste, except, okay, fine, some brides will say, oh, what I see on this page is what you should do for me. Like there was a post I saw yesterday also. The lady posted a cake with a character on it, and she now put the picture that the client put and the one she made. And she was now asking us that, please help me see, oh, the client gave me this picture, see what I did. Make help me look, oh, the thing different. And somebody said, well, your own dinosaur, the dinosaur of the woman bent like this. Your own was like this. So because you didn't do word for word what the woman wanted, the woman was now shouting that she didn't do the job well. And so when I was reading the comments, somebody said, next time, ask her, is it word for word? You decided to speak it. You raised the dinosaur up. Meanwhile, the woman won't make it bend. The woman's dinosaur is green. Your own are yellow. Who sent you message? You understand? So maybe for her, she wanted to tweak it and try to be creative, which of course is in alignment to what we're saying. But then again, you listen to your client. Do you want it exactly word for word? If you are able to convince them to say, okay, please give me room to tweak a bit. So if the dinosaur is like this, let my own tilt or something. You need to, because that's where communication also matters with clients. Try to communicate. And if you're a decorator here, please learn on mood board. Mood board is very important. Mood board is you putting pictures, representation of what you want to do. So like I was coming in, I saw that the dinner is a Casino Royale themed event. So what you do is in your mood board, before the main wedding day, have pictures that depict what the couple wants. So you can say stage, this is what your stage will look like. You people should discuss it together. Do you like it like this? Should I change this flower? Should I add more? Should I use white and red flower, or I can use any flower? So as much as possible, try to be very detailed with your clients. Your communication, have a WhatsApp group or WhatsApp conversation. Have email as well, if possible. Have it, as in, try to make sure that don't always finish your conversation on the phone. That record on WhatsApp is also important. I know some people don't like WhatsApp. They prefer to close deal on the phone, but I would suggest that also have a record on WhatsApp so that on that event day, when the client say, no, we told you that we wanted this, you have something to show as proof. But in general, creativity opens your mind. When you don't want to be creative, when this job you did today, there's a decorator I worked with, and she's a top. She has been in the industry for so many years. She has a lot of things. And we did a wedding together last month. And I realized when I went to her page, I just realized that if I'm not even page, my own event was Friday, Saturday. There was another bride that she did a job for Thursday, Saturday. I realized that the same decoration she did for that bride on Thursday was what she did for my own event on Friday. There was no same chair, the same flower, the same centerpiece, the same everything. And I was just looking at the page on Instagram. And I was just in my head, I'm like, but why will somebody who has been in the industry, at least I've been there for over 12 years. I met her in the industry. So of course, let me say she's been there maybe 15 years or so. And, but I was just wondering why she didn't even fuse in that creativity. So it's either, beg, I've collected my money, let me just do something. And the main wedding day as well, normally weddings, you have the glass table for high, and it's not as if we paid small money. So it's not even issue of budget, but she just lacked the creativity. A standard wedding will have the high table where you are using the glass table. She just used the normal table, put shimmery, what did they call it? Those shimmery tablecloth, and just put 3-4 centerpieces. No candle, nothing. It was just bare, and we were using a very beautiful big hall. And in my mind, so when I was putting up these slides, it just dawned on me that she had just, the creativity was just not there. It's either there's not even inspiration again. Sometimes again, business, you lose. And that's where training and trying to evolve also comes in. Because I can tell you, if you are doing something, the same thing for over 10 years, you can lose interest, you can lose touch. And that's where you need to start looking at business expansion. What other thing can I add to my business? What can I tweak to my business? So, and that is where that topic, endless possibility, because in this event industry, there's still so many things one can do. There's still so many things you can do, and you will get customers that will patronize you. You just need to know what the challenge is. You need to identify the challenge, and then you now know how to tap into it. Anyone can throw an event together. Anyone can be an event professional. However, it is creativity that will make it stand out. I don't need to emphasize on that because it is well explanatory. It is the creativity that will make you stand out. We cannot be seated today as event planner, but the way I'll do my own, the touch, the packaging, the physical thing, everything. And what this topic is saying is that there is room for you to be creative in the event. Don't say you're starting a new business. Okay, I was in Ghana 2 weeks ago. I'm going to do a case study on that with a few event professionals. And when we were working with the Ghana, we had a meeting with the Ghana event vendor. In fact, their name is similar with you people's own. Theirs is EVAG, EVAG. And when we were talking, they said, if you want to set up a business, an event business, what are you bringing new to Ghana? Like a Nigerian is coming to set up a business here. Whatever you are doing, is it different from what the event? And it got me thinking. I'm like, yes, that's actually a good question, because if you are saying, you want to expand into the international market, what else are you bringing to the table? What is the new? And I realized when I was talking to one of the top planners, she was like, that small shops in Ghana, the way they do their own small shops is not like here in Nigeria where, you have puff mosa. It is a main meal. People are enjoying their own. They just put a samosa. And the way she said it, I knew that, any small chops vendor that come and set up in Ghana, will make it well, especially when you have the right packaging. And the small chop these days, you use a nice plate. We don't use disposable plate. A nice plate, put the branded toothpick, a lot of packaging, a lot of paparazzi, it will sell. So to do whatever service you are doing now, please, this is a charge to every one of us seated here today. Go back and write out your services. Even if you're providing ushers, how do my ushers dress? How do they look? Am I used to using just short girls? Or am I used to using fat girls? Do they always have white beads? Because like for us in BCB event, all our ushers, we make sure that they have their white pearl beads and earring, and it is a must. When we are sending text messages, we say, bring along your pearl earring and your chain. We'll put it there. It's compulsory. And then you must use makeup and you must do neat hair. So it's either you're bringing your wig. So you must emphasize on certain things for your brand so that when you enter, when a guest enters, they know, this is a member of this person's, this is an ambassador of this person's brand, or this is a worker, or this is a staff, and all that. Let me move quickly because of time. You must also, go back. Okay, when used correctly, it creates memorable experience. Please, as event professional, what you are selling is the experience. Please note that if you don't know that today, you're not just selling tablecloths, or what you are selling is the experience. As I was coming, yesterday at the airport, I wasn't expecting that I was going to have traditional dancers coming to welcome me. In fact, at the point I felt embarrassed because I was looking like, is it me they are dancing for you? And they were singing Benin song. And then that's the experience. That's the memorable. And, she was able to take the video and share with me. And when I sent it to my family group, I said, show my mom, because my mom is from the Iyeweka family, royal. This is so seeing that would excite her that, her daughter is in her home, So that's the experience. So as an event person, your question is, what experience am I leaving behind? As a caterer, when people eat your food or when they even see your presentation, what's the experience? Should they leave and say, that woman's food really tastes nice. I like the presentation. I like how she did it. You understand? Always put it at the back of your mind that experience is very important. If you want people to remember your brand, you need a creative approach and innovative delivery. Next slide. Creative approach and innovative. So you must be innovative. You must take it from a different point of view. You must take it from a different angle. When I was doing research about the association, they said this is the second conference. So what you people did last year is different from what you had this year. And it shows that you are also looking to tweak in the conference what you do, the activities and all that. I also do a conference in Lagos. It's called the Busy Bee Event Business Summit. And last year, that was in November, we did something different. We introduced the awards. It's called the Excellence Awards. We had international speakers. We introduced party. We did a lot of. We introduced a which kept people talking and this year people are say, oh, we did it for one day. And they're like, they can't do one day again. We have to do 2 days, and they've just been bombarding me with feedbacks and how we can, But what am I trying to say is that creativity also comes again with feedbacks. Let me mention that. It's not in my slide, but creativity comes with feedbacks. Always listen, put your ears to the ground. What do the people want? So like for this conference going on now, the organizers, the planning committee, as you are giving them this experience, also put your ears to the ground. What do they want? What do they like? Would they like to see again next year? Because this is a good thing that you are all doing, but you must always take it a notch higher every time. And that is how it is with your business. Do a feedback with your client. If you want meeting with guests, you can ask them, what do you think people wanted? What did they like? I was at, there's a corporate event that we did over the weekend at Ogun State. And we're trying to interact with the guests. We had done an event for them last year. This year, we decided to take them out of Lagos and lodge them. And it was a good experience. So I'm having an evaluation meeting with the client tomorrow. When I'm going back, I'll tell them, oh, you people really liked the whole experience. They loved it. They loved the gift. So feedback, put your ears to the ground. As the boss, as the CEO, don't just be that you know everything and then whatever you say is final. No, give room for your team to share the feedback. Oh, man, even sometimes you have what you want to do. But listen, give them that, you call it giving them a sense of ownership. Let them feel that count in the company. So listen, this event we did last time, what do you think that the people like? Or what do you think we can do better? Or this food that we serve, the Chinese, do you think that we should have used this sauce or these waiters? Just hear from them, please. It's very important. Feedback from both your staff, your team in-house, and then your guests that attended. It's very important. Decorations, the same thing. Look at the stage, look at you keep getting better. So this is just a statistics just to show the main types of event. I don't know if as many people can see the screen, but what I have here is social and corporate event. So we're talking about creativity. I'm also a fan of encouraging people to know what you are good at. The one that you are very good at. If it is social event, on social event, I've listed out the service, the event showers, bridal showers, proposal, intimate parties, adult birthdays, burial, virtual events. If you are good at any one of them, please do it well. The one you're not good at, you can now begin to look at how to collaborate. That's where collaboration comes in. So, you know, of course, in the association, we have different people in different services. Look at who you trust, who you connect with. So collaboration, again, also, you get your own K-leg. Know who you follow, collaborate. You understand? Collaborate with someone that you think you connect with. You know that, okay, at least when we talked, we had a vibe. Don't just collaborate because they say we should collaborate or because you are in the same association. You understand? And I also want to give a charge for everyone, you know, that you can only get jobs when you make yourself available. So if you are in a group, you cannot be quiet. You cannot be a monitoring spirit. You must contribute in discussions. When somebody, yes, it's money, I can't, there's a group I run, and in 1 year, the person did not say anything. Then when they now have competition, vote for me, oh, vote for me, they'll be bombarding you and say, please vote. You didn't talk in group. Hangout, physical hangout, you know, come. Contribution, you know, drop money. Then you now want me to help you. How want to help you? So please, he scratch my back, he scratch your back. But for you to be noticed in groups, in associations, in communities, once in a while, you don't have to be a noisemaker. You don't have to be lousy. Just when they are discussing something, chip in the discussions. When they're having physical meetups like this, attend once in a while. Let them put a face to your brand. Let it not be that when they want to recommend somebody for a job, somebody will say, I don't know who Busy Bee is, oh, I don't know. Let it be known that at least you are a partaker in that group. You can't just be silent. You understand? And then in corporate events, these are different corporate events. Next slide. Just to show this statistics is just to show the different services that we have, different things that we have in the industry, so that you know which one that you are capable of doing. Next slide, please. So these are just general vendors like we all have in the association. Know your niche. So if you're an event planner, what are you good at? When I started, I told you that I started with planning. In fact, with ushering first, then planning weddings before I expanded, and then I now plan corporate events and social events. But let your work speak for you. I got a mail yesterday, and it's a top organization, and they sent a mail and they said, oh, they see that I have a track record in planning and managing corporate events because they have gone to my page, they have seen pictures of corporate events I've done. So allow your work speak for you. Allow your work. When the last speaker spoke, she talked about your social media. Make sure that you have professional pictures that says what you do, and then put good captions. You understand? So when you put a picture, don't just put a picture for posting sake. Try. If you're not good in that, look for all the social media managers to help you, or go for all these short trainings, 5K, 10K on WhatsApp, and learn how to put up captions. Next slide. I'm almost done. So generally, this is also a statistics. It says that the event industry needs more creative thinkers in the industry, meaning that people do not think, they just copy and paste. You understand? They just look for this, go on Instagram, copy and paste. They don't think. And it says that 53% of event professionals always feel under pressure to deliver. But you must think, you must rub minds. It's very key. And if you want to stay at the forefront of the industry, in this Benin now, if they say who are the top 10 event people in the industry, if they list them, what makes them stand out? Is it because they have money? Is it because they've been in the industry for a while? Is it because they, you know, there must be something. If they call 10 names now in the industry, you will pick one thing about this person that you like, that you think that, you know, has made her stay relevant. So every one of us seated here today, we must assure ourselves that we're going to look for how to stay relevant in this industry. It's very important. Let me just move to the last line. As a business owner, think of what sets you apart from the competitors and deliver enduring memories for your client. That memory is very important. The memories is very important. Next slide. Yes, so this is I have two slides. What's the next slide again? The next slide again. No, I just want to see how many slides. Yes, okay, go back. So I have the first slide. This is just so in line with what we're talking about, the endless possibilities. I'm wrapping up now. Laser Tag Nigeria. Now, this business is barely, I think, just 1 year in the industry. The guy is in my community, but he offers virtual reality games. You can check them on Instagram. So there's so many. First of all, this is a service thriving in the event industry. I'm sure when it started, somebody will be like, Nigerians, they want virtual reality. What was all this? So you see this young boy up there, he put something there. When he puts on the thing, he's like he's fighting, you're in the wrestling, whatever. You understand? So, but what he's seeing in the camera, in what he wears, he's in a game. It's a game. So he's fighting, but he's controlling it with his keypads and all that. And because we used it at my event last weekend, and it was a very good, people really enjoyed themselves. You understand? So what am I trying to say is that this other one is called archery tag. You can see them with gadgets and all that. What I'm trying to say is that this is a creative service in the industry. This is something that the guy thought of and said, rather than adding to becoming an event planner, let me just provide this service. It's possible that maybe he found it abroad and brought it to, as in found that concept. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that he has carved a niche for himself, providing this kind of event and this kind of services. And it applies to both children and adults. You understand? Corporate events, birthday parties, inter-house sports, but it is different. Apart from these ones he put up, there are other games. You see some other things that he does. But what am I trying to say is that creativity, and there's so many creativity in the industry that you can tap on. Next slide. This one is still the same organization. This one, he just posted this even on Monday, yesterday, yes. On Sunday, yes, Monday morning, because I finished this slide yesterday. And I just picked the flyer and I told him, now this one is fitness, the normal exercise. But this time around, he is creative. The creativity lies in where you are. So you are putting on the goggles and you are doing your exercise. So you are seeing the person in the view. You're doing your fitness. They can say, do this. So rather than everybody looking at the TV screen and or looking at the fitness instructor, you are listening to the person you are seeing in the screen. You understand? Another one is silent disco. We can write it down. That one, I don't know if they do it here in Benin, but in Lagos, it just started trending. You can have 1,000 people here and everybody with their earpiece. This one is listening to Wizkid. This other person listening to Burna Boy. This other person listening to Davido. So anybody that walks into the hall, you can be seeing somebody dancing fast like this. You'll be seeing another person dancing slow like this. But it's called silent disco. The hall is quiet. The hall is quiet, but everybody's listening to different music. That's creativity. And they are selling. They are selling. And now they have even, because they want to infuse it into conferences right now. Apart from silent, they say, okay, you can be listening to Busy Bee, the next will be listening to the next speaker, the next will be listening to, that's creativity. So as I wrap up the next slide, this one is my own business, Busy Bee Academy. So I've been training people on event planning and decorations for years. But this year, this was us in Ghana 2 weeks ago. These two pictures were us in Ghana. We introduced what they call the exclusive retreat for event professionals called EREP. So this is a service that we take event professionals from Nigeria to any country in the world for a business retreat, business and pleasure, where we go relax. We have, at the same time, we now talk about business strategies and how to do better. So this year was the first time we started it, maiden edition. We went to Ghana. Next year, we're going to another country, and that's how we're doing it every year. Now, in terms of creativity, in terms of possibilities, now this is Busy Bee Academy that just trains, but now we have expanded into tourism, hospitality, travels, tours, and of course it was a collaboration project because it wasn't just only about me, but my colleague, Conf, who is based in Abuja. But what am I trying to say? The idea came up and we sat down, packaged it, and sold people, and they bought into the idea. But Ghanaian, all of them here, We're Ghanaian event professionals. You understand? The next slide, I think that's all. And that's it. So in conclusion, this is just to encourage us that there is more to tap into in the event industry. Everybody doesn't have to be a caterer. Everybody doesn't have to be a planner. You can be anything in the event space, as far as you are meeting solutions, you're providing a solution, you are meeting a need. And then if it is the one you are currently doing now, go back and see how you can tweak it. I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that there is so many things that you can tap from in the events industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for her again. Thank you. I actually thought of not saying anything, just come, introduce the next guest, do my thing, and just go. But trust me, hearing this woman talk, I decided to, bring out some certain things that I feel will really help us as far as the industry is concerned. The fact is, most of the things she talked about, we do it. Am I lying? Most of the things she talked about, we do it. But the truth is, what's our problem? Or where are we missing it? A lot of us are old. I'm not using myself as an example. I believe I've been in industry for like 26 years now. And we have older ones here too as well. The major problem we're having, trust me, I know she talked about, in a nutshell, or whatever she's talking about, is thinking outside the box. We are so glued to that particular trend, that circle. Mr. A is doing this and everybody wants to do it. Now, what's the present trend? I'm talking about my own sector, which is the anchoring of events and, of course, a master of ceremony. The present trend now is what? Hype men. What happens? Even in funerals, we have hype men. That's the greatest foolishness I've ever seen in my entire life. Now we can hardly differentiate between the corporate event and the normal event. We sometimes don't really need people to tell you or to tell us where we are erring or where these mistakes are coming from. When we know it's in our doorstep and we keep repeating this thing over time, do we think? No. How many times do we take our time to, go for research or do this research that we're talking about? The research is on that phone you are carrying, not just for social media or for messages and all that. They are there. Ask Google any question and the answer is there. It will always give you a reference, like take you out and make you understand, oh, this is how it is and this is how it is. It's a very painful situation. Trust me. Because I sat down, I had to listen to her talk. I heard everything she said. I think I saw some couple of pictures of not too long of some vendors that traveled to Zanzibar also for a retreat or somewhere, I don't know. And they had opportunity of meeting some other vendors over there and they had this discussion. The problem we're having, do we have most of these things documented? No. I was talking to you not too long. And so please, and another problem we tend to have when it comes to issues like this is that love. When I mean love. Love and what? Respect. We call, most of the things we practice, we say it's love, but it's not love. Trust me. What we are practicing is what? Competition. I want to be more than this. You want to be more than this? Yes, it's fine. The sky is wide for the birds to fly. We have a lot of opportunities. Yes. You can as well do your own, give your own part of it and make it look unique. Yeah. But is it at the detriment of selling your business or bringing down somebody else or trying to make the person feel the person is totally out of it? I've wanted an opportunity like this for me to at least sometimes tell us that this industry, the vendor industry, as far as Edo State is concerned, it's an untapped industry. We've not even started. We're in the process of hitting it. But with associations like this, gatherings like this, I believe the sky is our limit and we'll definitely get there. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you very much. Thank you. And for this woman who has actually opened our eyes again to let us know that, yes, it is possible for us to think outside the box. It was not, I believe somebody didn't tell you to buy new chafing dish, Mama, nobody told you that. You had to do extra miles. EPP, drones and all that. You knew it was the trending thing and you needed to do it, right? Same with all other event planners and all. Think of event. Look at the what you talked about, the silent party. We have done it like 6 times here in Benin. But when you ask the vendors or whatever, when they call you, the clients call you, okay, now please tell me, how would you want my event to be? I've been asked on several occasions, Godfather, now you are emceeing my event. How would you want the event to be? I say, as a spirit lead. Yes, as a spirit lead. Now, the planners, there's somebody calls you to ask you, how's my event going to be like? How's my wedding going to be like? And you're coming up with the same level, the same circle, the same event. As I speak to you now, ask the other MCs them. When you go to a marriage, the games you are seeing, you see that today we are doing shoe game. The same shoe game you see in this person's wedding, that's what you're going to see in the next person's wedding. Or we are doing, what's it called? These are the areas that we're looking at. You don't sometimes think to say, oh, now what do I add to this? Or what can I put in this? What can I do to really make it work? The silent party, yes, that's a nice innovation. Now, the after party that we now have, that is unique, that we now do it after our weddings, say the after party. How do you organize? You can introduce things like this silent party. Say, okay, for the mama and the papa, them women that want to go and cook for their husband, go home and cook. Now, for the youths, now we're ready to enjoy this whole place. And the next thing you're saying is headphones on people's ears, listening to 3 types of DJ or different songs at the same time. Nice concept, lovely ones. So please, I beg, we think outside the box. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly, I'm going to be bringing somebody in on, it's so painful and I really need to apologize that we cannot reach our third speaker, which would supposed to be the second one, Eddie Lawani. And subsequently, I believe we'll get to hear from him. I want to quickly bring on the microphone a distinguished personality and, of course, an award winner, a friend of mine. And he happens to be the pioneer vice president of this ever. His name is Raymond Enaholo. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Madam President, good afternoon. Madam Vice President, good afternoon. Thank you to every one of us who has made it here. Thank you, Madam Dame. Mommy, thank you very much. Coach BC, yes, I'm sure you would remember me. Good. I've had the opportunity to experience Coach BC, and much as she talked about creativity, she's also a very wonderful man manager. As an event person, the first thing you want to be able to do is to be able to manage people. Be careful not to micromanage, but manage. Mommy Dame talked about being able to respond. So my name is Raymond Enaholo. I'm the pioneer vice president of this association, and I'm fortunate to be here again. Unfortunately, I'm not speaking today. I'm speaking tomorrow on something that I hold very dear, and I feel we all would be very interested in. Go for conferences, meet people, know
if we are to reference to what we learned today, and like what he said, you want your signature touch, you as a baker can now invest in buying cake table. It also means you must have more than one, because if you're having 2 cakes to deliver, you can't wait for this one to finish cutting 2. So you have to buy, or you go and rent. That will allow you to say, okay, you are trying to be creative, you have your unique touch, and just like it says, maybe your different cake style will blend with your cake. But from Lagos industry, I don't know now, maybe other states, it is the cake baker. In Lagos, it is the decorator. For the charger plates and table setting, that one has always been an issue. In Lagos, it is the caterer. It is the caterer, because the decorator brings the tablecloth. The caterer will come with the charger plate, the water glass, the wine glass, the cutlery, and the food that we'll eat. The decorator only brings the centerpiece and then the tablecloth. In Abuja, I heard that it is the decorator, but they will charge it. So it's not complimentary. They will charge it. So when you are itemizing decoration, tablecloth, blah, 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 they now write there, table setting. And then they now include the job we did over the weekend. The hotel we used, they didn't have table setting and all that. The decorator had to charge and say table setting, cutlery, napkins, blah, blah, and the client paid. But there are some clients that will say, no, it should come as a complimentary, because the table setting is a table accessory. It's not a decor per se. But you know, even in parties, you give somebody food, go lift charger plate, carry the food for hand, they chop. You know, go use the charger plate where you put. So I don't want it to cause that beef, because it has been causing beef. If we even talk about caterer giving vendor food, that one is another matter, another day. But ideally, I think that from my own experience and knowledge, the caterer should provide a table setting, and then the decorator should come in with the cake table. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. That's, I believe that has settled the beef now. Thank you. Is there any other question? Oh, we have questions here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Maz, Coach BC, and Dame Ozigbo. Thank you so much for the awesome teachings, the awesome class, the awesome seminar you gave to us has really uplifted. My question is, first, I'm a newbie baker, and I'm happy to be here. My question is, both of you, what can you tell me to take note of or to imbibe as a starter in this industry? What do you think I should do that will make me stand out and grow? Thank you very much, ma'am.
At a whole, that class for you.
Yes.
Because we are starting all over. All right.
Good afternoon, my dear. It's very simple. As a starter, number 1, hard work. Number 2, dedication to what you do. Number 3, commitment. Remain focused. Number 5, don't want to become the king overnight. It will take time, consistency, and you will prevail. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. If I would abbreviate that, it would be HCF, the King C. Hard work, commitment. I don't confuse everybody.
Yes.
Hard work, commitment, dedication, focus.
Not be starter.
Do not be the king. Okay.
Do not be the king.
The king. Thank you very much. Do you have a question? Thank you very much for that response.
All right, thank you. So, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Coach Ma, good afternoon. My name is Bayo, Allied Party Managers. I do more of kiddies entertainment. I'm a clown. And of course, Christmas season. Happy Father Christmas. You talked about creativity, Ma. There's a challenge I'm experiencing presently. My learned colleague said something the other time that present trend is hyping. Me, I don't hype because I cannot be a clown and I'll be hyping. Hyping to who? Children. What I'm driving at, man, the challenge I'm having with creativity, I've tried to imbibe my ideas, my reasoning into younger ones. And sometimes I just go to attend the party. I'll sit like a guest, and there is this light touch that is not usually there. What I'm saying is these younger ones are not able to create what I would expect. And I cannot be everywhere. If I have 3 events to handle, the best I can do is to handle one. So what can I do, man? I've trained undergraduates, I've trained secondary school leavers, but it's still not connecting. It's still not connecting. And sometimes when I complain to my wife, she will like, you go school now. But I don't think that is it. There is something I think I have not gotten right in imbibing into those younger ones, man. So how can you educate me? Thank you, man.
All right.
This question, Tyra Powell. Because it means you have trained and trained and trained them, and they are just still not getting it. You have to keep training. And you have to now start opening your eyes to source for new talents. New talents in the sense that don't just train because they are available to be trained, but you will use your third eye to begin to look to spot people that have that yearnings and that zeal. Now, in 2 ways, I'll take it in 2 parts. You will train, and then you need to start going to those events where they, just like you say, you show up. When they are doing it the way they're not doing it right, you need to either go and whisper, maybe when they're wearing the clown outfit, oh, do this game, or oh, do this game. You need to tell them. The truth is, some of these younger ones now, they want to do it their own way. They will be arguing to their Baba, you don't owe, now old school, go sit down. But it's your brand, because it's you that collected the job, it's your brand name. So it has to rub off on them. It has to rub off on them. You also need to have constant meeting with them, physical meeting before the event, maybe a week to the hour. These are the jobs we have this weekend. Then feedback. Listen to them. Maybe truly, maybe that touch you want to do is old school, but listen to the trend. Listen to them. Okay, you younger ones that you don't want to do the one I'm doing. What exactly do you think the client wants, or do you think the children like? You understand? I cannot exactly give you the best advice because it's your business, and like we talked about, it's your signature. But you need to keep training. Never get tired of training, but at the same time, start spotting. In 10 people you will train, there will be 2 that really take after you. It will rub off. Just like when I was talking, I talked about Nosa, that I trained her. Even Nosa, we've not seen like in 4 years. But when she's planning an event, there is a little trait that this person trained on that Busy Bee Academy. Even though I'm not with her, I'm not here in this state with her, but there's a trait. So try to spot those little traits in those people. With regards to hype man, Baba, if you want to make money, go find who go hype for you. Money did that, you know. Just go take. Before you know it, the AY life they did, the guy that was hyping Igbo people, he left there with 1 million naira. In AY live show they did last month in Lagos, just by hyping. Hey. So just go there and go take. Baba, look for one young guy, package and let him dress well. let him be hyping for you. You will make money. That one is another income. It's another service. When you are charging, you tell them, and it's the parents they are hyping, they will hype the children too, but add it. At least one children's party I did 2 months ago, it was the DJ that brought it, say, hype man service, say, will give me complimentary. And the guy made money. It's just another way but if you're not okay with it, but it's part of the trend, hype man service. Usually I know it's MCs that do it, especially for weddings. But if you want to fuse it into your children's party, please feel free. You don't have to be the one to do it. You may feel that, I don't pass that level. But the younger people you do, and then that one, make it not be say, he make 50,000 that day. You go say, Baba don't collect the 50K, can't give me 5K. It's hard. So you have to also find a way to balance it. God will give you that wisdom.
And in fact, I need to quickly add to this.
Godfather, I want to hype you.
Don't hype me.
Say.
In 1 naira, you're not going to see. So I really need to add to this. I'm sorry, ma. The truth is, are you actually wanting them to be like you? Which one? It's not possible. Very, very impossible. They can only get a guide from me. I'm speaking for my own part. So, Mama, sorry, Coach. Sorry, I'm actually speaking from our angle. Because there are a lot of persons who've had opportunity of training in our own kind of job. They go their way in learning more. There are some I meet today in events, and they do perfectly well. And I'm like, whoa, you get it? Like what she just said not too long. It's obvious. Oh, they do their research. They practically now see yours as maybe old school because it's what you do. And you actually want to be like them. So it has to be a roundtable thing. Meet with them, like just what she said. Meet with them, let them bring their ideas, pair it with yours, so you guys share ideas together, and you might end up learning from them while they are learning from you as well. I think with that will be fine. And talking about the hype, sorry, with due respect to the hype men here present, I am actually not trying to bring you down or try to make your job useless or something.
Godfather, you're talking to me.
Okay, sorry.
Say.
So what? What I'm actually trying to say in terms of hyping, the truth is we should have what we call this discipline and have an idea of what we are doing. We are trying to give that professionalism and give it of touch not. If we say we are trying to do this, like what she said, there was a time when she was talking, she gave us 2 types of events. She gave us the corporate and the other one. Yes, it's fine. Sometimes you can at least suggest to your clients that this is not proper. The photographers that we have here present and the videographers, I believe they will admit to the fact that they've not had good video clips of events because of hype. They talk from the beginning of the event to the end. Times that you want music to play. So I think it should be more refined. So you guys do your research. We've had hype men 50 years before now. In times of Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, we've had hype men. But there are ways at which they drop it. Not this type of new noise-making hype that we get to see. So I beg more than no vex before they say Godfather, don't they talk to them rudely?
Say. Do we have any question now?
Yeah, boy.
All right, I do have a question though. I have been opportune to work with Coach B. I have been opportune to work with surprise companies. I make gift boxes, I make bouquets. And sometimes they have creativity inside of them. I know these ladies, they have it. All they need to do is push me to create those stuff, and I would come up with something. Except that there's something the client has in their mind, and it's stereotypical. It's what is out there.
Everybody goes school like you, break that thing down.
Okay. It is what is out there. How do you push your creativity to clients? Make them accept some of the ideas, like a listening party, a silent party now. How would you push a client to accept those ideas that you have? Thank you very much, ma'am.
So the truth is sometimes some clients are afraid to try new things. So there's what you call mock setup. It's just like event planning, decoration. They do a fake wedding or a fake setup as if we're having a reading. So for that, whatever it is you want to create for them, If it is a box or it's an activity, create it in your own, with your people. So you don't have to be that it was a paid service. So just call your guys, depending on what it is you want to infuse. Do it, get professional photographers or camera to capture it. 1 minute clips, show the client, this is something like this I want to create, that this thing will trend or something, and then they buy into it. Because I will tell you, even for me as an event planner, I'm always afraid to try something new. A vendor is trying to tell me, I'm like, will it work? Hey, if it doesn't go well, I don't want my money, you know. So you have to, we call it mock setup, meaning that it's not the real live event, but you are trying to create it so that people can see it and buy into it. So I would suggest that whatever it is you want to create, that memory, if you can create it with your people, you understand, then take a video clips, take pictures. That's where you will now use it to market to the clients. And then your mode of communication as well. How are you able to sell it to the client? How are you able to convince? If you feel that you are not too good with convincing, maybe one of your team members, when you're going to see the client, you go together, tell them, this is what to do. Make them visualize it. You know, human beings like to connect with things, either visuals or whatever it is in their mind. Find ways. You have to be the one to communicate it in a way that they would understand and they will see value and they will be able to drop their money.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. And with that, all right, this is the wrap of this segment. We would have another Q&A session shortly after this one. But right about now, it's time for break. We would go on a quick break and
10 minutes break.
A 10-minute break. Okay.
Yeah. No. That was a very nice one. All right. Sound. All right. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. And gradually we're getting to the climax of today's event. Before now, I was told we have special packs. Yes, special packs for our guests. And that will be done almost immediately. Now. Yeah, okay. And after that, we'll proceed to the photo section. We'll come back. I'm not sure we're going to be having the questions and answer again for the other person. Okay. That will be skipped off before we come with the closing remark. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's have the gifts back for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the first to receive our gift packs, please a round of applause for Mrs. Dame Ozigbo Eden Joy, the MD CEO, Services Grace. Can you please... A
round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ma.
Thank you. All right, thank you. And the next person here to receive our boss, our gift box is our coach from Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach BC Sutune. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you. Okay. And quickly we'll proceed to the photo section, and I think we're going to have that on our red carpet stand downstairs.
Yes.
And so please, or before we do that, we quickly proceed to the closing remark. So we'll just proceed, we'll just go down and have the photo section. The closing remark, ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the Vice President. Please put your hands together for the Vice President. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Following the closing remark, we will be going to the red carpet for the photo session.
So I just want to, well, my name is Kayode. I am the second vice president of the association, Edo Event Vendors Association. We really thank all our invited guests, most especially our speakers from Lagos, Coach BCB and Mommy 70s Grill as well, for the wonderful presentation, and for everyone that came around as well. Everyone, all of you are so special to us. Thank you so much for the attendance today. Not bad, but we are hoping that by tomorrow, we should be able to get more people in. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Fine. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for him. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly we'll stand for the national anthem, and just please hold. A quick announcement for tomorrow's event. It's kicking off by 12 noon. So please keep a date with us. And of course, try as much as possible to be here on time. No African time, I beg you in the name of God. Let's try to be punctual. I know for every time, for everything we do, we'll always come. We like to come in late. We like coming late. Yeah, the only one thing with the quick come, we'll still go drink, but we'll not quick come. I don't know what's happening though. If you get it, fine. If you don't get it, forget about it. That's it. So ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow promises to be a wonderful time. And of course, I'm going to be here by grace of God, and I trust you're going to be here as well. And so please, can we rise for the national anthem? We'll take the first stanza for the anthem, and of course, the second for the closing prayer. Thank you. And for the closing prayer, the second stanza. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for my angle as the master of ceremony of this occasion. With this, my lovely brother over here, we would say thank you, and we'll meet tomorrow, same venue, 12 noon. Please proceed down to the red carpet for the photo section. Thank you.